What's up, online shoppers? I am so excited about my new portable steam room. I've been hearing all kinds of stuff and these things are definitely all the rage. Let's open it up and put it together and see how easy it is and see if this is something we're gonna like. Okay, this is cool. We got 2 sponges. This is citric acid descaling agent. I'm assuming that's for the water part of the sauna. Instruction manual. Here are all the joints. I'm gonna assume that's for putting this together. Maybe a floor mat. Here is the sauna, the outside part of it anyways. Now this here, I think is the heating unit. And they also include, for you, somewhere to sit. So they put in this little chair. You can open it up and sit inside your sauna in your chair. Very convenient. And here are the stainless steel poles that we're going to use to give it shape. Now, of course, I'm not doing this in my kitchen, but this is a nice wide, bright space for me to show you. So the sauna comes with 3 different kinds of poles. You have your A pole, and they're all really nice and clearly labeled. You have your B pole right here. Now the B pole is threaded on both ends, which means it's going to go into certain spots easier. And then you have your C pole right here, which is threaded just on one end. There we go. So there's our height comparison, A, B, and C. Let's open up the sauna bag here. This here is the exterior of your sauna. It's this padded quilted material that's obviously thick to help hold in the heat. The seaming around the outside is really nice. All the seams are covered and they are finished off really nice. And the zipper is really high quality. Now the first part is we're going to open up the bag and we're going to install, I was right, the floor of the sauna. Now it also has a really nice little zippered clear compartment so you can see through. It has 2 clear zippered components, one here and one here. Now the bottom of your sauna is a thicker plastic base. That's why we're going to put the floor liner onto it here. I may have gotten a little bit eager. Before I can actually do this, I have to build the frame first. So we're going to do that. We've got all of these little elbows that fit really easy together, just like this. These are the corners. Now your A's are your top of the square. We're going to start first with building the upper square and bottom square, and they just fit in really, really easy like that. Like that. There we go. And one more to do. There we go. I like to give a little push on the corners to make sure everything is properly tucked in and square, just like that. And there's our base. Now it's gonna sit flat once you get the other one. Now let's build number 2. Okay, and the last side right there, and right there. And then, like I said, we're gonna give it a good push on the corners, make sure that everything is fully pushed in. There we go, set that aside. Now your C's go into the A's, and you have to put them in so that the threaded part here goes at the top. Push those around all the way. And the B's are threaded on both sides, so we're just going to actually put them together and then screw them in, just like that. It's nice if there's no joiners in the middle, just the rods that screw in. There we go, and one more. Next, we're going to add in one more set of C's, so find the threaded edge. So it's giving you an idea of the height of this little sauna because I am about 5'6", and I can stand fully in here. And the last one. You can see this is going together actually pretty fast. There we go. And now we put on the top. There we go. Our frame is is fully assembled, and now we're going to put in the bottom. I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit here. Put down the mat that goes in the bottom. Makes it nice for your feet. Now it's time to put the frame in, just like this. Like this. Now we bring it up. Now the cool thing about this is it zips all the way around, so you can get it up over the corners without having to really stretch the exterior tent. There we go. I'm just going to finish zipper assembling this now. Now you see that the zippers go all the way around, which is really great because when it's time to clean this or let it air out and dry, you open this up and you've got really great airflow. First of all, you can see there are windows on both sides here, so if you are somebody who needs to see light, you're not going to be sitting in something that's completely blacked out. You've got lots of light coming in between these windows. The other great thing is, if you've had a pretty steamy session and you need to open up, you've got the option to open this up to give yourself some extra breathing or let in some cooler air. But I do like that you've got these clear panels so that you've got light coming in and it's pretty easy to operate. And I should say too that the zippers are double-sided, so you can operate them from either side of this little tent. We have one other piece to this, and that's the heating unit, all nice and contained in the box here. You've got some flexible silicone pipe, and here is our heating unit for water, and it comes with a remote. Here is a close-up of the moisture and heating unit. You can see that there are delineations inside here, so you know exactly how much water you're putting in, and it's got a really nice clear push button control, power, timer, plus or minus heating, and plus or minus time. Top here has a really nice little silicone seal, and this is the top unit that's going to go in on top once you have the water in. Now this unit here stays outside of your sauna because there's a tiny little pipe down in the corner right there. Now that we have it set up so you know what it looks like, we're going to unzip it so I can show you how you install the steam unit. On up like this, roll this back. There we go. It's time to install the steam unit, so I want to show you a couple of things. Now, first of all, this is the unit here that goes inside, and it's going to hook up via this valve right here. This little lid here screws on, really simple. And then after that, you've got these holes that are all the way around, and that is how the steam is going to come out. Now, we have this shorter silicone tube, and we're just going to wiggle it on to the unit like this. Now, I like that everything comes apart, and then we're going to put it inside, and we're going to connect it to this tube right here, this little vent opening. So now we have our condenser unit installed here. I should say too that they provide you an extra valve just in case you need to apply that. And we are going to wiggle this guy here onto the lid of our steam unit. There we go. That's all installed. Now you want to make sure that this doesn't get pinched at all because that's going to interfere with the steam coming out of your unit. And this would go, of course, on the unit just like this. There we go. Nice snug fit. It's a good handle for lifting. The other thing I should point out is this unit here is super hot while it is in operation. So you want to make sure that you use the handle to lift the lid. There is a good solid silicone seal around here which prevents the steam from escaping, and this is the only way that the steam can come out of the unit. So then this connects right here to this little tube just like this. Wiggle it on, and now we've got our heating unit fully installed. Now another cool thing is that this comes with a remote, so all you have to do is just pull the plastic out and you're good to go. You can control your on and your off as well as your heating up and down and your timer up and down. So you can adjust how hot the water is inside the little steam unit and control how hot it is inside here. So now we've got the condenser unit installed. We've got the heating unit connected to the sauna. We've got our remote right there, easy to operate. And the only thing we have left to do is put in the chair and have a sauna. So since this is an unboxing, I'm not going to show you what it looks like in action here, but I will show you what the steamer looks like. So first of all, here is our remote. It's been plugged in for a couple minutes, but it's not heating up because I haven't actually turned it on. This red light here that's circulating is just alerting you to the fact that the unit has power. This is one of those anti-dry burn technology pieces. When it doesn't have water, it will not heat up. You also have to turn it on for it to heat up, but the red light does alert you, which is a super nice feature. Now I have water water here, and as I said to you before, there are delineations on the inside of the tub here that show you how much water. So I'm just gonna put the water in right now. And for the purpose of the demonstration, I've just taken the extra valve here and I've hooked it up to the lid. So there's a really nice silicone seal around the top here. So that means when I put this here and just like get it nice and snug, it's gonna make a good seal. So we've got the water in here, we've got the heating unit plugged in. This is the little condenser here. So let's take a look at the display here. So the water is installed in here. I put about 4 cups in, and you have some options with powering this up. You definitely have the push controls here, but you know that's not going to work when you are sitting inside the sauna and you are zipped inside. So it does give you this really handy little remote, which is super convenient. Simple operation, power, plus and minus heat, plus and minus time. Or you can set it from the outside before you get in with this little button. So if I turn it on just like this, it auto defaults to 45 minutes and heating level 8, which is great. This will automatically shut off once it hits the 45-minute mark. So right now the little unit is powering up with heat, and I can adjust the time up and down here like that, how long I want to use it for. And I can also adjust the heat up here. Now it doesn't go higher than a level 9. Level 9 is the hottest that it will do, but I also have the option of going up and down with the remote, turning the time up goes up in increments of 5, turning the heat up or down goes down 1 level at a time. I have it hooked up here, and I just want to show you what it looks like when the steam is coming out. So we're going to let the little unit heat up, and then you'll see the steam in action. Aside from it sounding kind of like a jet plane when it takes off, it reminds me of the sound that an electric kettle makes when you pour water in and wait for it to come to a boil. So you can hear the water boiling. I can definitely feel steam from this area. A reminder that you shouldn't be touching this because this is actually very warm. As the water starts to boil, the steam is going to travel down the tube through here and start coming out through this little condenser unit. As well, this little silicone tube, very hot. Now you can start to see the steam coming out here. It's coming up, and this would be filling up your sauna with really nice heat. Now another thing that you can do if you want to is inside of here, you can use some aromatherapy if you want. You can add in some eucalyptus or some menthol to really help clear out your nasal passages. Steam is a really nice, warm, gentle heat, and I think this is pretty awesome. Now I will say this one thing. So I had set it for 45 minutes and it's already at a countdown, but the countdown does start once the steam starts to come out. So as long as you figure that in, you're gonna get a really nice steam in your sauna. You've got gentle, beautiful steam coming out through the condenser. You have the option to add in some essential oils, maybe on a cotton ball in here. There is a little platform that you can kind of see the edge of right there, and you can put your cotton ball there and get the steam benefits as well from the essential oils. But I would say just try it 1 drop at a time because it will be really intense in the sauna. And there you have it, folks. There is the steam unit in operation. When it's time to shut it off, you just take your remote, shut it off. You can see that it is returned to this signaling here to show you that it is powered but not powered on. And pretty much immediately as soon as I shut the power off, the steam stops coming. I would also caution you that these tubes here, the top and this, are very hot. There's a farther back view of everything. You can see you've got a little condenser unit here. We've got the sauna unit there for heat and water. We've got our nice little chair, and now I can put this chair right inside like that, and I have a place to sit. It's comfortable enough to support my weight. Not the smallest person. I like this. And let's give it a zip up and see how it really feels. Now, as I told you, the zipper works on both sides. So now that I have it installed, I can actually zipper myself in place here, able to stand up. And there you have it, folks. This is a portable sauna. Now, I want to tell you, I'm super impressed with the quality of this. It's pretty awesome. The wall of the sauna is double-sided and insulated in between, which means you're gonna have really good heat retention. The little steamer unit has a 99-minute max setting, so you could stay in here for an hour and a half if you wanted to. Now, the home sauna unit also has in some anti-dry burn and anti-leakage functions, which is super super convenient because you can use this in all kinds of different places, and you definitely don't want to worry about sitting in here longer than you thought where the water was gone, or having water leaking all over the floor if you're doing it somewhere where you really care about whether or not the floor gets wet or not. Now this one here is the extra large size. It's 2.5 feet around on the 4 sides, and it's 5'9" on the top. So pretty much any size of a person can get in here. You may want to adjust the size of your chair if you feel like the chair that you have isn't quite the right size. And on the inside here, there's actually a convenient little pocket so I can tuck a clock or a timer or something else like that. I definitely don't think it's a good idea to bring your phone in the sauna, but if you've got one of those really cool stands like I do, you can set up your iPad here, sit there, watch a show, just chillax and enjoy. I love that these zippers here work really nice and that they work on both sides. I can zip it up if I want intense heat, or if I need a little breather, I can always stick my head out like this, which is pretty cool. And I think what I like the most about it is it's super transportable. So if I want to do a sauna on my deck, I can bring it out there, set it up, and do it. If I want to do it in my basement in the cold winter months, I don't know if you see the snow in the background here, but there is still snow deep enough to my hips, and that means I'm not going to be taking this out on my deck anytime soon. Although I think I should probably try it to see how well the insulation helps the heat stay inside, so maybe on my deck is an option. I love with this portable sauna that I can steam at home, anytime, any place I want. I just have to set it up, and you saw how quick the setup was. Seriously, super fast. This sauna here is going to be great. I can't wait to put it into use. It's already hot in here, and I just have the sun beating in off of my back through the window. I think this is definitely going to be a family favorite at my house.